So here, convert 7.1 moles of sulfur into grams. So we have 7.1 moles of sulfur. So 7.1 mole of sulfur will be equals to, so always start with what you have, but you don't need to write it in full. Yeah, so 7.1 mole of sulfur divided by 1. So start with what you have. So that means you are changing 7.1 mole of sulfur into gram. So if we weigh 7.1 moles of sulfur on scale, how many gram is it going to weigh? So now we already know that sulfur, the atomic mass is 32. That means 1 mole of sulfur will give us 32 grams of sulfur. So I'll place the mole under. So 1 mole of sulfur will give me 32 grams of sulfur. So that mole will cancel out mole. So now 7.1 times 32. So that is 227.2 gram of sulfur. So that is the answer. Take note of these techniques. So we will still be using formula later, but now I'm not using formula. So and this will help us in solving complex questions. Just remember you are using your conversion scale. All this if gram is involved. So let's move on to another example. So let's say we have how many let's say how many grams are present in 8.6 moles of carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide. So we can call it carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide because carbon behave like transition metal, so it can form different compound. Because transition metal have more than one valency and they can form different compound. So carbon too exhibits that properties. So we can have carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, like that. So now, how many grams are present in 8.6 moles of CO2? So we have 8.6 moles of carbon dioxide. That means if I weigh this on scale, 8.6 moles of this carbon dioxide on scale, how many grams am I going to get? So now, so far it's involved gram, then this is a molecule now because it's not one. So you have to find the relative molecular mass, and we've done that in previous video. So check the videos we have done, you will see how to find relative molecular mass. So that means the relative molecular mass of CO2, RMM of CO2. So here you have to know that carbon, so it will be given in exam. So know that carbon is 12, oxygen is 16. So that means this will be 1 carbon plus 2 oxygen, as in O2. So this will be equals to 12 plus, that is carbon is 12 plus 2, then oxygen is 16. So what's the video on relative molecular mass? We've done it. So that means 12 plus 2 times 16 is 32. So this is 44. That means relative molecular mass of CO2 is 44, which means 1 mole of CO2 is equals to 44 gram of CO2. So that is the meaning. So in molar mass, so 1 mole of CO2 equals 44 grams of CO2. So now this is what we are going to use. So that means this will becomes 8.6 mole of CO2 over 1 times, now 1 mole of CO2, so I'm placing mole of CO2 under, will give me 44 grams of CO2. So that mole of CO2 will cancel mole of CO2. So now 8.6 times 44, so that will be 378.4 gram of CO2. So that is the answer. So now you will notice here, you will not be thinking of formula. Anyhow the question comes, just start with the one you have, and other relation you have, relate it together, you will achieve your aim. So now let's see another example. So let's say we have how many grams of or let me say calculate the mass calculate the mass in gram of a sample of 4.6 moles of ammonium nitrate. So where N nitrogen is 14, hydrogen is 1, oxygen is 16. So like that. So now calculate the mass in gram of a sample of 4.6 moles of ammonium nitrate. So first we have to know the chemical formula for ammonium nitrate. So we have done this before. How to name a binary compound with polyatomic ions. So ammonium nitrate. Now what is ammonium? Ammonium is NH4 and it carries plus 1 charge. That is ammonium ion. Go and watch the video on how to name binary compound again with polyatomic, so you should understand better. So we are solving now. So nitrate is NO3 minus, so this is nitrate. So how can you now form ammonium nitrate? So and remember in the video I told you that the charge is their valency. So this one have charge of +1, this one have -1, but valency does not carry minus, so the valency of the two is 1 1. So that means I will have ammonium, that is NH4, nitrate, that is NO3. So the valency of ammonium is 1 because of that plus charge. Valency of nitrate is -1 because of that -1. Valency is always plus. So do your crisscross. So 1 is going to NH4. That will be NH4 and 1 is going to NO3. So this is ammonium nitrate. So now let's write it out now. So in the question we have 4.6 moles of ammonium nitrate. So what is now the relative molecular mass of ammonium nitrate, since we want to find it in gram? Remember, we are going from mole to gram. That gram, or if gram is involved, you need your relative molecular mass. So that means we have NH4 NO3. So this is 1N plus 4H plus 1N plus 3O. So what is nitrogen? Nitrogen is 14 plus 4 bracket, hydrogen is 1 plus nitrogen is 14 plus 3 bracket, oxygen is 16. So it's given here. That is the atomic mass. So now this will becomes 14 plus 4 plus 14 plus 48, because 3 times 16 is 48. So add everything. 14 plus 4 plus 14 plus 48. So that is 80. That means 1 mole of ammonium nitrate is equals to 80 gram of ammonium nitrate. So that is the meaning. So now that is what we are going to use as our conversion scale. So now in the question, 4.6 moles of ammonium nitrate will now be equals to 4.6 mole ammonium nitrate divided by 1 times 1 mole of ammonium nitrate. The one that will be under should be the one that will cancel out the mole here. So 1 mole of ammonium nitrate is equals to 80 gram of ammonium nitrate. So moles of ammonium nitrate will cancel out moles of ammonium nitrate. So it will remain 4.6 times 80 gram of ammonium nitrate. So now 4.6 times 18. So we get 368 gram of ammonium nitrate. So that is the answer. So we'll continue in next video.